Good morning, TikTok, and today we're going to talk about half-off flights.
The other night, I got arrested at the airport because I was doing a half-off flight.
So you telling me it's people out here believing they can get half-off flights with Delta? Not Spirit or Frontier. We talking about Delta.
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's YT back with another one. It's always a new name for the same thing. They ain't even doing code talk no more. Half-off flights. It's just obvious now. If you don't know how the half-off flights work, I'm about to give you a perfect example. Somebody like this person that I'm about to show you will say these exact same words that this person is about to say that I'm about to show you. So it's kind of like they're going to approach you something like this.
All right, ladies, I know I haven't been on here, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But I came on here to give you the plug, the hookup, the lick, all of that. Okay, now, if you too bougie, this is not for you, and I'm sorry. However, if you're not, Southwest is having 50% off flights right now. 50% off. Like, what? You're looking for a little quick getaway, a quick vacation? That's where you need to be. And Southwest is the only airline that allows you 2 free bags. And Southwest is the only airline, I don't care if you cancel a month in advance, 5 days in advance, or 5 minutes in advance. They will give you your full credit to use on another trip. Y'all better head over to Southwest and book them tickets, okay? And you know I will be back next week with more Traveling the States content. The last trip that I was amping you guys up on, made it to the airport. I was going with my homegirl. She made us late, so we missed our flight. So I'm a little behind, but start taking your trips. And if you need any tips, I'm your girl. Love you, cousins. Bye.
How you advertising flights and you missed your flight? You couldn't even get yourself another flight. I don't know. People don't put 2 and 2 together. Like this guy right here.
The other night, I got arrested at the airport because I was doing a half-off flight. When y'all see people posting half-off flights, no. It ain't no half-off bail when that bail is up there. So basically, the day before yesterday, before I had called my flight, before I even had booked my flight, I seen that the flight was $849. I'm not finna pay $849. Or at least not right now, I'm not. Holidays, no, I'm not. So I seen this dude, he been posting half-off flights for the whole past year. I've been following him for a minute. I've been seeing that people actually been getting the flights done and doing what they needed to do. But like it always go, God always got to show an example with me. He always got to show the example with me. I'm always the one he gonna show it with. So I'm walking up in the airport. I get through the security, everything, boarding pass, whoop. So now, as I get up to the gate, like we about to start boarding, I showed her my boarding pass. She starts telling me it's saying the boarding pass was refunded or... No. She couldn't find... This is how it went at first. She said she couldn't find the boarding pass. The boarding pass is not uploading, like it's not coming up. Is there anything else I can show her? Some type of shit like that. So now I'm like, no, this is all I can. Like, what is you talking about? So then she ends up telling me that I need to go to the front desk. Like, I need to go to the American Airline people part and ask them what's going on so they can have the ticket printed out or some shit like that. So as I'm walking up there, I start noticing that I see 2 police officers, like, not too far behind from me. But I'm thinking, like, they just there for security measures and shit like that. It's the airport. So now, as I get up to the front desk, I'm asking the lady, like, what's going on with my ticket. She starts asking me for my confirmation number and all of that, so I'm giving her my confirmation number. I'm giving her everything she needs. Next thing you know, the officers come walking right up behind me asking me, hey, are you... stated my name, and I said yes. And they asked me if I was having any issues with booking my ticket, like with my ticket being booked. I said, yes, I do. For some reason, I can't board right now. Then they go and say, was the card you used under your name? I just said, no, I had a friend book it for me. They ended up saying, well, we need you to get that friend on the phone right now so we can confirm that this is his card numbers, because as of right now, it's pushed back for fraudulent activity, so that's why you're not able to get on your flight. So now I'm blowing up his phone. Nothing's going through. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was really this half-off flight shit. And after like 15 minutes of him not answering, they sat there with me. They told me that I had to put my hands behind my back and that I was getting arrested for some fraud shit and identity theft. And yeah, I just got out this morning, but that half-off flight shit, this is not valid, no.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. And you gotta go half off on your bills. You gotta go half off on a plane ticket. You gotta go half off on the rental. You gotta go half off on this and that, whatever like that. You living above your means, like, honestly. Because if you got the money or whatever like that, you don't got to look for no half offs. You feel me? Then, top that off, like, you going half off with a person on social media. Like, niggas really be posting that shit on Instagram, be like, I got half off this, half off on this. And people really be joining that shit. That shit is crazy. Like, the media always knew it was a scam. You feel what I'm saying? I knew you was gonna get fucked over some type of way or whatever like that. You feel me? They say going cheap with things be the most expensive price to pay. Like, honestly, for real, for real. And I can say the same thing with stealing. Like, honestly, like, bro, if you got the money for it, why are you stealing? You feel me? It's no point in doing it if you actually got the money. Like, it's not gonna hurt your pockets. I don't understand, but if you gotta do criminal activities and shit, they just to have something or whatever like that, you don't need it, bro. You can wait on it, honestly, and wait till you actually got the bread to do it. Can't go wrong with that.
I refuse to believe that he didn't know it was fraud. I refuse to believe that he didn't ask the person that was booking it for him, how was it half off? I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe that you guys are not using your brains. I refuse to believe that some random guy, well, I don't know if it's a random guy, I don't know if I knew him. I refuse to believe that some person on Instagram that you may or may not have known was posting half off flights, and you know they probably never had a job in their life, and you believed it. I refuse to believe that when the email came in with the ticket information that you didn't check how it was paid and whose name. I refuse to believe that you gave somebody your information, first name, last name, date of birth, and said nothing else. You didn't question. Huh? No, but I tell you what I do believe. I do believe that he was looking for plane tickets last minute. He saw that they were $800. He says, I'm not paying $800 for a flight. Let me see what Bobo down the street has going on, because he's been posting half off flights, and we're going to go from there. And I do believe that he posted the story on TikTok so that when they go to pull it later, he seems innocent. Because I also refuse to believe that when you saw the police behind you, you didn't think they were there for you. I refuse to believe that when they asked who booked this ticket, you were like, oh, a friend of mine. And then you thought that you were going to call the friend who booked it on the day that they knew your flight was. Come on. I know that people aren't using their brains a lot lately. Like, it feels like the age of not using their brains. But I have a motto, and the motto is no one, and I mean absolutely nobody, is as dumb as we think they are. Like, no one. That doesn't mean they're highly intelligent. It just means that they're not as dumb as we give them credit for, or don't give them credit for.
To be real, bruh probably did know what was going on. He knew what he was getting himself into. Judging by the comments that popped up everywhere, he knew what he was getting into. And he said it himself, he wasn't trying to pay that full price.
One thing we seriously need to leave in 2024 is you tapping with me ass bitches. You got these people going to jail behind a hotel room. And to the people who are tapping in, seek help in 2025.
So you telling me it's people out here believing they can get half off flights with Delta? Not Spirit or Frontier. We talking about Delta. Whoever tried to buy that ticket, I have found Boo Boo the Fool. Everybody be asking me who Boo Boo the Fool is. Whoever thought they could goddamn get a half off ticket with Delta. And it's not just one person. It's multiple people. Oh my gosh, y'all are stupid. All right, let me give y'all an example of what they doing. So say you want to go on a flight to Puerto Rico, $800 to get from Atlanta to Puerto Rico. So these people be in these Facebook groups and they hit you up and they say, hey, this $800 ticket, I can get it to you for $400. So Boo Boo the Fool go buys that $400 ticket from that person. Boo the Fool gets in line. He goes talk to the person at the front counter and they say, hey, what's your name? And they say, my name is Boo Boo the Fool. And they say, where you flying today? And they say, I'm flying to Puerto Rico today. They look up your confirmation number and then they tell you, 1 second. And you sitting there thinking you just got upgraded to first class. No, you just got upgraded to an orange suit. You're going to jail. What Boo Boo the Fool didn't know was that ticket that he bought, that other person used somebody else's credit card and kept his $400. So Boo Boo the Fool is telling the police, hold up, let me call the person that I got the ticket from. And guess who don't answer? Y'all, please, if you ain't got it, just stay at home.
Someone is promising you half off flights. It's not the airline. It's not anyone reputable. Off a Facebook group. You decide to go through with it. You get to the airport. You can't get on the plane. They tell you there's an issue. go to customer service. Instead of you to know and take your L and walk out the airport, you go to customer service and they tell you, oh, that's fraud. The cop comes to your ass and tells you, oh, no, baby. Get whoever got you this flight on the phone. You call said fraudster because, of course, they've pocketed your money and they're not going to answer your call. So turns out, baby, they use someone else's card and have pocketed your money. You get arrested. You get out that cell and you come on this app to tell us a story of how we shouldn't take half-off flights. Wouldn't common sense tell you if it's not from the airline? Like from a travel agent or something? Or, first of all, half-off flight? If the flight was half-off, don't you think everybody would be doing it? Like, ain't no way y'all are doing half-off flights and thinking you're going to get on that plane. I mean, you must be doing charity. You just giving folks free money.
So I see that there are a number of you that have not learned anything since the bank check cashing scam that happened a few months ago. Because if there is one place, and I do mean one place, that I would never show my ass to, it would be at an airport. Because anytime you step out of line or do something in opposition of the rules and regulations as set forth by the airport, you could be potentially facing federal charges. So the fact that there are some of you allowing yourself to fall victim, and I use victim very loosely, to these half-off flights, paying someone hard-earned cash for them to utilize a stolen credit card to purchase your flight that is tied to your identity. And then you're showing up to the airport to confirm your participation in said crime, only to be met by the police. Because what else did you expect was going to happen when you participated in fraud at an airport? So yeah, you might not have stolen the credit card and actually been the one to type in the numbers for the flight, but your name is the only one attached to the crime. On the hook, dummy.
Let me put y'all hip on game. Anybody doing half-offs, whether that be flights, whether that be hotel rooms, they looking for heads. When I say they looking for heads, I mean they looking for names. When I say they looking for names, I mean they looking for people that's willing to bust these jugs in their name. You feel me? They need to play you so they can get paid. This is a scammer you dealing with. They got to scam you so they can get paid. These people go to a scammer expecting not to get scammed. You went to a random scammer. What you expect? You gonna hit a scammer up and he gonna do fair business? Are you crazy?
Good morning, TikTok, and today we're going to talk about half-off flights. Because common sense is a myth. I'm convinced it is. I'm just convinced. So for those that are not familiar, basically someone would find a person that's saying, oh, I got half-off flights here on, a social media platform. So people would pay them, like, let's say if the flight is $1,000 or something like that, they would pay this person the $500 and get the ticket. Problem is that the ticket's being paid for full price, but with usually a stolen credit card. So now we're dealing with fraud. It's giving the Chase Bank glitch that y'all tried earlier in 2024. Don't do that. Don't do that. And just like that bank glitch, this is something that you probably keep in 2024. Don't bring it into 2025. Half off for a whole jail cell. How about that? People going to jail over this, and that plug on social media isn't going to jail with you if you do this. The only time there's a discount is directly through the airline, if at all. But let me know y'all's thoughts on this. Take care.
And if you are a willing participant in half-off flights, half-off rents, half-off whatever, then you deserve 100% of every consequence that is coming your way for being in a Facebook group thinking that you're going to get half-off on anything. Being that it's Facebook, it's already a population on that app that lacks common sense. So I'm not surprised that people over there get caught up in this type of foolery. So you mean to tell me that you was going to pay half the price to your plug, get to the airport, and actually thought that you was going to board them people planes? But what happened was you end up leaving in handcuffs and then get on this app still in the state of oblivion, wondering what just happened. I can tell you what happened. You got scammed. You thought you was getting half off on a flight and you ended up in a whole jail cell with a whole charge, with a whole case pending. Now, I don't wish misfortune on anyone, but to someone who is a willing participant to something that you know is fraudulent, then yeah, you deserve every consequence that come your way because you knew this was fraudulent.
I just want you to know if you're using them half-off flights, half-off hotels, your ass going to jail. Like, do y'all not learn, bro? You cannot do any of these scams to get away with that shit consistently. Like, everything is tracked. Something like this shit is like the easiest shit to track. All they doing is going on the dark web, getting somebody card information. They putting that information in and buying the ticket with your name on it. The person who actually owned the card is going to get a notification on their phone saying that they bought a flight that they didn't pay for. Bitch, I am in California right now. Why do I have a flight in Atlanta? They going to call up the bank. Yo, I did not make this transaction. Freeze this shit. They going to freeze the card and look further into it. And since you use the credit card, you playing with the bank's money at this point, and they is not going to bullshit with you. They going to put that shit on hold. They going to call the flight people. Yo, let me see the transaction. They going to look at the transaction, and guess who name on the goddamn flight? Yo ass. I don't think y'all realize how easy this shit is to track, bro. Like, and yeah, you might get away with that shit 1, 2 times. Hell, you might get away with that shit for 5 times. But all it takes is 1 time for them to catch your ass, and your ass is grabbed. Instead of having a mindset of trying to take a shortcut to get a cheaper flight, how about we get the mindset of trying to make so much money to where the ticket of the flight don't even matter? That's what I'm trying to get, bro. I'm trying to get to the point where it's like, nigga, this flight could be a band. That shit like half off to me because I got so much money. The shortcut is just not worth it, bro, because you gonna get caught, your ass going to jail, and you gonna spend more money on bond than you would have for the goddamn flight.
It's a whole lot of people headed to the feds real soon. Think about it. You got this Cash App glitch. People did that. Then you got the Chase Money glitch. Thought they was getting 40, 50,000. You got that on your name. You owe that back. You got people that did the PPPs, right? You got people that did PUA. There's so many different scams that people did in their own name. People getting phones in their names. All of this gonna add up. People think, oh, well, I never got charged, so it's not gonna happen. You know, people quick to say that. Oh, nobody got locked up. It's something called the statute of limitations. They gonna get you. And when the feds come, they got a 99% conviction rate. So they gonna have a whole list of facts on you. You ain't beating that. So a lot of people gonna be locked up real soon. I see more prisons being opened up. This year, watch. It's gonna be an influx of prisons built. Quote me on that.
I think what a lot of people don't understand is that there is a whole market for people who want half-off flights. These are the same people who are too arrogant to go get a job at Walmart. They look down on 9-to-5 workers. And let's be real, a lot of these people are very, very young. Gen Z, hear me, you will not be 22 forever. You will not be 27 forever. And you can think you're saving on the front end, the cost to your record, being on the no-fly list. Some of y'all using CPN, going to prison. It ends up becoming more expensive. It would have been cheaper for him to just stay home and say, next time I'm going to plan a little earlier. But now, and the thing is, once you're in the system, you end up having to keep using these things to get housing, to get a checking account, to fly, to travel. So I know it's boring to just go get a job. I know it's boring to, cut your losses and say, you know what, I just can't go on a girls trip. I just can't get that fancy apartment for content reasons. I know it's no fun. You want to stunt for strangers on the internet. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I can't lie. Thinking you finna get one up over an airline might be remedial. I'm not gonna lie. You think you was finna get half off the ticket price? Half. You was just gonna see a flight online for $850, and you was gonna pay bruh them down the street $425, and you was gonna get a real ticket, real boarding pass, no fraudulent activity involved, with no hopper discount, no booking.com, no nothing. Boy, you crazy here. Come on, dog. Just cause his name was Deltavion or Frontisha, they don't work for them folks. They can't give you that kind of discount, dog. And then you finna get right online. You post bail. Get online and explain exactly, word for word, bar for bar, how you committed fraud. You finna go right back to the penitentiary. Right back.
I always say one thing we're suffering from in this generation and this day and age is critical thinking and comprehension. Because what do you mean you thought your friend was giving you a half-off flight, then the cops stopped you and you walked towards the cops and told them what you did and then called this scammer to try to get him to verify the card? What do you mean? Because the one thing I'm trying to figure out is, one, how you didn't know your quote-unquote friend was a scammer, and two, if your ticket got canceled and they said it, why would you walk to the desk toward the police. We really got to get it together. I don't know if we need to reconstitute like common sense training or something, but we're lacking common sense in 2024. And I think we need to go to the new year with some new common sense. Because if it ain't from Orbitz, Expedia, Priceline, Google Flights, I don't want the flight. Even y'all be using skip lag, and that is illegal. Are we being for real right now? Half off flights?
All right, this is the story of how I got stuck in California doing the half off flights. So this is my birthday, 2018, November 2018. This is my first time ever going to California, and I did the half off flights. I seen people doing it. I seen people advertising it, but I actually got stuck. But I went, so my ticket going worked. So I explained how everything happened to me. So I hit the guy on Instagram, let him know where I was going. I booked my flight going to California, and then, of course, coming back, everything was booked, round trip. I got to the airport, everything was perfectly fine. Okay, it was smooth, it was easy. It was a regular check-in. But when I got to Cali, I was in Cali for 7 days for my birthday, so I was enjoying my whole birthday in California. It was when I came back that I found out that I got scammed. So imagine you just had the time of your life in California for 7 days for your whole birthday, you know what I'm saying, with your family, and just having the time of your life. And then you get to the airport and they say, yeah, your flight got canceled. Not your flight, but your actual booking got canceled. So of course, I'm DMing this person I booked the half off flight with. I couldn't believe it because it's the nigga wasn't answering, and I realized I got scammed. So of course the person just not responding, and then so now I'm stuck in California. How the fuck am I about to get back to BWI? So I'm from DC, so I'm from the other side of the United States. So how the hell am I gonna get back from California to BWI? I done spent hella money in California, because if you don't know, California prices are fucking insane. But nonetheless, so now I'm stuck there. Luckily, I'm in a fraternity. I had a fraternity brother that lived in California. He was able to come to the airport and come pick me up, and we tried to figure this thing out. And then he knew somebody that worked at the airlines, and I was able to get a buddy pass. So I sat in the airport. Again, I'm still trying to get in contact with this guy. Not responding. Buddy pass, no available flights that day, so I had to leave the airport, stay at his house for an extra day, so 8 days in California, and then come back to the airport the next day, and I finally got home. That's how I got home. My bag and stuff was already through the TSA, and I just had to literally just, you know what I'm saying, wait till the next day. What I will say is, this is how these people are booking. So this is the process of how I actually got my flight booked. What they do is they don't use other people's cards. For my situation, they use people's points. So if you're a person with a lot of points, they access your account some way, somehow, and then you tell them how much the flight is, and then they see it in points, how much it is in points. So maybe 15,000 in points, right? So they pay for your flight with the points. Now, the thing is, it works. It actually works. But that person eventually gets a notification that, they use these points on the flight, whether that be an email, a text, however they got their thing set up. What I've learned, now I won't say do this. I don't say do this. What I've learned, if you're going to do the half-off flights, you want to do it 24 to 48 hours before your flight leaves. Don't do it a week in advance. Don't do it a month in advance, because you're going to be scammed. You need to be at the airport when that person books that flight, so that you can get on that plane and go where you're going. And then go where you're going. And then do the same thing coming back. Now you're running a complete risk. You might go to jail. So don't take my advice 100% on that. I'm just saying, if you were to do it, you should do it 24 hours to 48 hours in advance to slim your odds of being caught and sent to jail. So that's my story, how I got stuck in California doing the half-off flights.
I just don't understand why these people try to call and text the scammer. They really don't be knowing they scammed for real. Y'all really be reaching out thinking they gonna respond. How they gonna help you? Once you get got, you got. You gotta move around. Once you realize you scammed, it's over with. Go ahead and throw the towel in, man. Hang it up. Take your L. That's all you can do. Scammer not about to feel bad for you and give you your money back. Oh, you know what? I feel so bad. Let me give you your money back and scam somebody else instead. Come on now. And another thing too. Before me personally, when I just find out about something, the first thing I'm going to do is Google it. And I'm going to type in scam behind it. So, half off flight scam. You can Google that right now. There's articles popping up from 4 or 5 years ago and longer telling people the warnings of booking these half off flights. So come on, man. Y'all just gullible and y'all just following trends. When something become a trend, people want to jump on it so bad. If it's a trend, more than likely, it ain't right. You shouldn't be doing it. Like the money glitch, like the Cash App glitch. All of this stuff, if it's half off or a discount, since when do these airlines give half offs like that? Use travel points, man. If you want some real discounts, use travel points.
So when it comes to the whole half off flight thing, I keep seeing the videos of people saying that they got arrested or they almost got arrested trying to do one and that they didn't realize it was a crime. But my question is always, if you didn't realize you were committing a crime, then why are y'all always so nervous the morning of the flight? Like, you're sitting here saying you didn't realize you were committing a crime, but then you're also saying that you were at the airport standing in line, you see a police officer walk past, and like, there's always officers and stuff at the airport. That's nothing unusual. But you see one walk past and you immediately knew they were there for you. Why would they be there for you if you're not committing a crime? Like, why would you think that they're there for you if you don't think that you're committing a crime? Y'all know what the fuck y'all are doing. Please, y'all love to get involved in some scamming ass shit and then try to play dumb when y'all get caught scamming. Y'all are always so shocked when it's time for y'all to get carded the fuck away. Because in what world did you think some random person off of a Facebook group who's admitting they don't work for an airline, have never worked for an airline, have never even been a damn flight attendant, in what world did you think that they were able to get you $1,000 plane ticket for $500? What coupon codes they know about that you can't get? And if it's that simple, then why can't they just give you the information on how to get the cheaper flight? Like, why do you have to pay them and then them do it? Y'all don't ask enough questions for me. It's like, even if we're going to play devil's advocate and say y'all really genuinely didn't realize y'all were committing a crime, y'all's ignorance and stupidity is going to be y'all's biggest downfall. That is insane. But in my opinion, y'all believed that random day on Facebook was able to get you a half off flight legitimately, the same way y'all believe that random day off Facebook was able to get you an 80-inch flat screen TV for $200 legitimately. Girl, please, you know where that came from. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. That is crazy. Some of y'all about to go to jail because y'all was trying to get to Miami, bitch. You could have drove.
Hey, listen, man. The reason y'all half off flights is not going through is because y'all booking them too far in advance. You know what I mean? Take it from me. I am a frequent half off flight purchaser. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say that. You feel me? And mine's bust every time. You know what I mean? I never have no problems. You wanna know why? Because I'm booking that flight the same day I'm leaving. Like, damn near, I'm driving to the airport booking the flight type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you got to move with that. And let's just start with this. Like, I can't believe a lot of y'all so naive. Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing that get me about people. Because if anybody coming to you with some half off anything, you got to know it's some extra stuff going on in the game. You know what I mean? I can't believe that you just like, oh, you want to just do me this favor? Like, why do anybody want to do you a favor? And half off at that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, start booking them half off flights the same day. You know what I mean? Like, when you book a half off flights, this ain't no plan shit. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna book this for 2 weeks in advance. No, that's gonna give them, you know what I mean, the credit card people time to report back. You know what I mean? They're gonna report it back as fraud, and then when you know what I mean, you're gonna go up there, and that's how they're gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them people time to goddamn report back. That's why you gotta do it the same day. Before they even realize that that goddamn somebody used their card, goddamn, I already been landed. You know what I'm saying? I'm already where I need to be at. You feel me? So yeah, that's y'all problem, man. I don't know if nobody told y'all, man. Start booking them half off flights the same day. That's exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna get through there. You know what I mean? Y'all dumbasses keep booking them 2 weeks in advance trying to plan. Man, listen, man, y'all don't know nothing about nothing. Stop being so naive out here, man. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm glad y'all out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on TikTok telling y'all stories, so shit. Hey, y'all ain't in jail. So shit, hey, man, couldn't have been that bad. Hey, man, but I just want to say, man, if you choose to do it again, book it the same day. I'm talking about on your way to the airport type of booking it. Like, hey, I'm here now. I'm ready to go. That type of shit. Hey, man, thank me later.
Bitch, I'm telling you, if y'all doing them half offs, bitch, stop doing it. Them half off flights, bitch, stop doing it. They coming out for your ass, bitch. Bitch, I should have known not to even like indulge in this shit because for one, the girl that we was using, like, she had already fucked my friend around. Like, basically, my friend had went out of town and couldn't get a fucking flight back home, bitch. I had to send my friend some money. Like, she couldn't get a flight back home because she was basically banking on the girl. The girl did end up giving her money back, but I really think she only end up giving her money back because I was telling my friend to get on her ass. Like, my friend was just like, oh, well, whatever. She gonna send it. Like, being fucking so oblivious. I'm like, girl, she's not gonna send that shit back. Get on her ass. Like, it's a group on Facebook or whatever. And, like, the hood Ubers and all the other stuff, okay? So, we went out of town, right? We had went to Vegas. We went out of town and I had came by myself. Well, of course, my friend and then my friend like had other females that I didn't really fuck with. So clearly, I was in my own fucking zone. So we get to the motherfucking. Basically, we flew Delta. We get to the part where they asked for our boarding pass. I'm like, well, here go mine, because you know how you can add it to your wallet. So I added mine to my wallet, and they like, yeah, we need y'all to step over. So I'm looking, mind you, everybody that had did the little half off deal, like they was over to the lines, and then there was some other group of girls. I'm like, what the fuck going on? You know, like they must do what I did. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, but like, mind you, like at this time I was smoking heavy, so I ain't really fucking think about it. So I'm just like, whatever, bitch. I instantly step up to my friend, like, what the fuck? What y'all do? Like, bitch? I'm trying to sneak out to the bathroom and get head the fuck out. Like, y'all know Lambert Airport, bitch. I'm trying to sneak back out because at this point I'm calling mom, like, yeah, like. Where you at? Like, come get me type shit. Like, don't do that shit. So they like, yeah, basically, what y'all like, they like, are you a group? I'm like, nah, I ain't with them. Like, I ain't with them because they see us walk in or whatever. My job said I was going by myself. Like, I was like, nah, I ain't with them. So he was like, well, we got, what he say? We got photo footage of y'all coming in together. Talk about these boarding passes are associated with fraud. I'm like, no, not me. Like, I'm gonna do right by the book. Please.
You mean to tell me that y'all are willing to risk prison for 50% off, not even buy one, get two free? On some flights? Come on now. What do y'all have against living honest? I don't understand it. You do know that if you want a discount on some flights, you can simply get a credit card that gives you travel points and use those points towards the flight. You can get for damn near free if you got enough points. Do y'all not know that? Just use it in place of your debit card. Live honest. You will never go to prison, I promise you, baby. And then y'all risking prison time to go from New York to Miami. You're not even going nowhere exotic. You saying in the States. Like, what are you doing? And on top of that, apparently y'all doing this in Facebook groups. And the groups are public. And it's pretty obvious that it's run by the feds. What's not clicking? Why are y'all so dumb? Y'all not even smart criminals. Y'all the dumbest criminals in the world. You don't have to scam. Just go get you a job, get some money, and live honest. That's all you gotta do.
He ain't lying. Let me show y'all something, right? This is the Amex Platinum. They give you 5 times the points per dollar spent. Every dollar you spend, you get 5x points. That's all you need. This is all you need right here. And it gives you lounge access. It's plenty of perks that comes with this card, man. Get your credit right. That's what these people need to do. Y'all do realize there's something called legal swiping. This is something that I call it, just for the people that think you got to swipe for real. You could legally swipe, which means just using credit the right way, the correct way, using OPM, other people's money. And when I say OPM, I'm not talking about somebody else's card. I'm talking about OPM, the bank's money. So that way you could leverage these credit cards and you can get points. You can get cash back. Essentially, you spend enough money, you're not getting half off. You can get the whole flight paid for. Look at this, even right here. If y'all can see it. Y'all probably can't because it's blurry, right? $200 airline fee credit, $200 Uber cash, as well as an opportunity to get 80,000 bonus points. So that's your flight right there for free, not half off. I'm telling you, you got to get your credit right, y'all. Knowledge is power. If you made it to the end of this video, drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this one, man. This one's just crazy. That's why I'm so thankful for discernment and knowledge. Educate y'all minds, yeah. The people need to educate their minds because in these times, it's going to be useful, especially when common sense ain't common.